Welcome back to another video. The Miami Heat finally won the series. I can't believe it. It's it's wild to me. I was shocked last night watching Game 5 between the Bucks and the Heat. But it finally happened. Eight beat a one seed. Jimmy Butler, continued his crazy run. But I wanted to talk about the fourth quarter that they had, and look at some of the plays from the Heat's offense that, for some reason, Bucks, they never adjusted. Obviously, Coach Bud will be getting a lot of flack and a lot of criticism. But we'll see what happens with him in the offseason. But let's see what the Heat were doing and what the Bucks, pretty much, refused to adjust, refused to change. They just kept, running the same defense pretty much, I think, and running the same matchups, which were, probably the biggest thing. But yeah, let's get into it. First play, we got a Bam post up. I think it was in transition, so he got mismatched on Chris Middleton. Nobody helps on him. Giannis not helping because of Kevin Love. Obviously a good three-point shooter. And then, Gabe Vincent on the other corner. And then, surprisingly, Bam actually had 10 assists in this game. So he's a decent passer, even if the doubles came or if he's in the middle of the floor. So, he looked good, passing, throughout this game. But this time he just, does a little fake and gets the left-hand hook shot, gets the and one over Chris Middleton. You can see nobody's helping. Nobody's even flashing towards the help, really. Just, getting to his spot. He's, pretty much in the restricted area. Gets the turnaround hook shot. They're down 14 right now. There's about 9 minutes left. After that and one, 11-point game. Heat are pushing in transition, and Love gets a three from a Butler drive straight off the inbounds. Kyle Lowry gives it to Butler. Gabe Vincent goes into a drive straight from the inbounds. Lowry gives it to Vincent. Vincent drives. This time people help on him, and Love gets a pretty good look at three, and he drains it. This time, Robinson comes off a curl, screen from Bam. Another good pass from Bam. Like I said, he had 10 assists this game. Good pass from Bam to Love, open three. You can see that they're moving the defense. The Miami Heat was like 25th. Yeah, 25th in offensive rating, throughout the season. So, the Bucks made them look good. Like, there's no reason for Allen to be jumping and Lopez to be, coming all the way out. Then you get a, 4-on-3 situation right here with Love spacing the floor. And Love has, turned out to be a good fit next to Bam. See, now the defense is scrambling. No chance that they can, even get a good contest. If you see it again. Like, what is Grayson Allen doing? He's just jumping for the sake of jumping. He's not really going to block the shot. Robinson, he didn't even go to his shooting motion. He just stopped. As soon as he saw both of them come up to him, and, it plays the advantageous situation. This time another Bam post up on Lopez. Just face up jumper. They needed him to be a scorer. This series especially with Hero's absence. But once again, there's not really any help. I guess the Bucks will probably live with that shot. Lopez is a little bit taller than him, so gets a good contest. But yeah, I might have put Giannis on Bam if we weren't gonna put Giannis on Butler. At least put him on Bam. Let's see who's Giannis guarding right now. Giannis was guarding Love, yeah. So that he's pretty much just, he's not going to be moving too much. He's just running to the three-point line, basically. Maybe a post-up if he gets a mismatch. This time Butler off the screen from Bam. Lopez is always in that drop coverage that the Bucks like to play. They never really adjusted. Bam has a lane to run to the rim as well. But Butler pulls up and hits a jumper. I thought maybe they could have tried Giannis at center, maybe just because, Butler, Butler was just killing him in that drop coverage. You got to switch it up a little bit sometimes. Not even if you don't want to do it, the whole game. Do it for a couple of possessions. See how it works. Adjust and see how it works. Because Holiday was getting exhausted trying to guard Butler. This time you see Bam bringing up the ball. Butler's in the corner. He's got Holiday on him still. He just flashes to the rim with a nice screen from I think it's Max Strus. Holiday gets behind him, and then as good a defender as Holiday is, he's still giving up a couple of inches, 3-4 inches to Jimmy Butler. So he's still gonna have him on his backside, especially in the post if he gets ahead of him. That's just a good good play coming down the floor. Get Butler isolated, running to the rim. This time, Bam bringing up the floor again. 3 minutes left, down 8 still. So the Bucks still had a chance. They still had time to adjust. They still had time to maybe make some changes, call a timeout. They had a couple timeouts. This time again, Butler gets a screen from who's that? Strus, or no, it's Love this time. Gets a screen from Love this time. They don't switch it. Holiday is capable of switching against Love, because Love, if he backs him down, then you can send help. He's not the fastest guy, so Butler gets a screen from Love. Nobody switches. Holiday's still behind him. Middleton's not helping, even though he could help since there's basically 2 Heat players in one corner. Matthews can guard him if they're standing right next to each other. I think Matthews even pointing at Middleton, just help on the drive, but Butler gets by himself and nails the floater. Especially when you're getting that deep position, you might as well help. And once again, like I said, Butler coming off the screen. Holiday's behind him. He has a few inches on him, like I said. So he's not really contesting him that much either. He's bumping him, obviously, but he's not really getting in his face. Getting a hand in his face. This time, Bam brings it up again. They run a screen, inverted pick and roll. This time Butler sets a pick and roll. Sets a pick for Bam. Bam drives. Nice pass. Nice, vision from Bam. Open floor. Floor is spaced. There's nobody really in help position at all. Lopez, I think, a little bit late to the switch. Let's see if they switched it or what. Yep, so Holiday's on Butler right now. Lopez is, he gets, I don't know what he's doing on the screen, to be honest, because he doesn't go up or he doesn't drop back deep, because obviously, Bam's not going to, take a jumper off the pull-up from that far. You'll probably live with that one. So it looks like, Holiday just switches. Lopez doesn't get it in time, get the communication in time, probably. Yeah, and he just falls behind him, and Butler scores on him, gets the and one again. You can see the floor is spread. They're isolating Jimmy. Basically he doesn't have to do much. He's not doing a bunch of crossovers, not doing a bunch of hesitation, dribble moves, and all of that. He's just catching it where he can attack like straight away. Once again, he comes off a Strus screen, or Kevin Love screen, and he's in a rhythm now. He's made a couple shots in the paint. Holiday goes under the screen. Giannis doesn't switch or do anything. He's just going back to Love. Look how much space he catches it in. He knows he can, obviously with his form right now, with his, in his rhythm right now, just throughout this whole series, and especially in this game, he had another, 40-plus game. You can't give him a wide open three, but basically catches it clean and just rises up. This time, Bam's bringing it up again. This time, Holiday's on Bam, looks like. Or I guess they switched Holiday and Lopez. Yep. So Butler sets the screen. This time they switch. This time he could throw it into Butler or over Lopez. He's on the rim side of him. He's on the hoop side of him, between him and the basket. or Bam. He was originally posting up Drew, but it was actually a pretty good switchback that they did. Pretty good switchback that Milwaukee did. Lopez, steps up to Bam, and I guess you live with that shot, but he knocks it down, and it's a tie game. And even then, they still made free throws. They still struggled for the last minute. They didn't score for a couple possessions. The Heat did. The Heat didn't score for a couple of possessions. So, Bucks built 4-point lead off of free throws. So you still have 4-point lead with 14 seconds. And Vincent just, I'm not even sure why he does that, but he just pulls up a three. I don't even know if the play was for him. It was just, I don't know if they were going for a quick two, or I think Lowry was going to set the screen. He was kind of pointing. He was about to set a screen for Butler, but Vincent just pulls up for three and hits it. I guess they want to just go for it, not take any chances. And then this is just a great play on alley-oop. Oh yeah, and then the play before, right? They what did they do? It was the inbounds play where I think Middleton got trapped in the corner. It went out of bounds. The Heat challenged it. Ended up being a jump ball that Middleton saved. And Holiday only hits one free throw, so it's still a 2-point game. So the Bucks had plenty of chances to put this game away. They kind of, they really collapsed down the stretch. They weren't. People say they 3 for 19. Not enough seasoning in the offense or what, but I think it was mostly on the defensive side, and just obviously struggling to make free throws. This is another. We've seen a lot of plays for them screening for Butler. So, Giannis should probably just switch at that point. There's only 2 seconds on the clock. You can guard him for 2 seconds, and you're going to be a better rim protector than whoever's guarding him is. Was that Drew Holiday? Yeah, so Giannis is actually guarding the inbounds play. Inbounds. That's Pat Connaughton. Pat Connaughton jumps early. Yeah, it looks like Pat Connaughton just jumped a little bit too early. He might have got a slight push off from Butler, but they're not really going to call that in the last couple, seconds of the game. He still made a great play, Butler did, catching that alley-oop and making it all within one motion. And then, look, they still had a timeout, 0.5 seconds left. You have one of the best lob threats in Giannis or Lopez, just stick a hand out at the rim, try to see if something goes in. But nope, they just threw it in and didn't even get a shot off. And then I wanted to look at overtime. Let's look at overtime. First play over overtime. The Heat get the possession. Butler gets a screen from Lowry and Bam. Still, Drew is still on Holiday. Holiday is still on Butler. They didn't switch up the matchup. Giannis is just, chilling in the corner. Probably one of the best defensive players in the league. Just chilling in the corner. Lopez still in that deep drop. So Butler has, he's able to just get in the paint and he attracts the defense. So they're pretty much just trying to get a 2-on-2 with, Butler and Bam for a lot of these possessions. It's almost like a Kobe assist, attract two to the ball, just get the ball on the rim, and hopefully Bam cleans it up, and that's exactly what he does. This time, Butler fakes the screen, an insane dribble move. Got Holiday pretty bad, to be honest. And Holiday just watches him hit the mid-range shot. That's just a beautiful move by Jimmy Buckets. Just got him with a dribble. This time a screen for Vincent. Strus slips it. Bam. It's kind of a decoy screen. Flare screen for Strus, but Vincent just takes it all the way to the rim, similar to the Butler play. Just get it on the rim. Lopez is going to help. Lopez is in that drop. He's expecting, I don't know if he's expecting, Strus to come off the ball or, having to contest Strus off the screen, but Lopez not able to contest good enough, and then Bam gets the easy putback again. And this was with Lowry getting fouled out. Then Bam got fouled out. So they put Zeller in, and this is just a great out of bounds play, almost to clinch the game. Basically clinch the game, going up 7 points with a minute and a half left. But you see another time Butler's coming off the screen. They use him as a decoy. Good screen, good fake by he's coming off the screen too, so Holiday's concerned about him. Middleton's concerned about him. Lopez is obviously concerned about Butler because he looks like he's by himself right now too. Holiday should probably just switch and just cover, Zeller for the possession. There's only 5 seconds on the clock. But both of them go to Butler. Then you see the rim open up wide open. The paint open up wide open. He gets an easy dunk. But that's just a great, sideline out of bounds play from Spoelstra. I probably had that one, cooked up, in case of emergency. 5 seconds on the clock. You just need a quick bucket. So yeah, Butler actually fakes it, going outside, goes inside, so that he can attract Lopez because Lopez is standing under the rim. So a lot of miscommunications, on defense between, I think, Holiday and Lopez, and the off-ball defenders as well. Like Giannis too. Like if he's standing right here instead of there, he can probably contest both here and here because obviously his long arms, his crazy long arms, he can make it a really difficult pass if this guy's wide open. That's a good pass, nice bounce pass by Vincent, and Zeller gets a dunk. That's pretty much the last shot that they made of the game, because the rest were just free throws. And then I think the play before that was a 3-point foul on Strus, and I think Giannis was at fault over there because he really just stood under him. Even if Strus didn't fall forward or jump forward that much, he still would have undercut him and probably would have gotten the foul anyways. But yeah, the Heat are in a good position to obviously make a run in the East. They already knocked off the number 1 seed, even though Giannis only played like 2.5 games. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I think they're gonna play the Knicks. That should be a good series. I actually like the Knicks in that series over the Heat. They can match their size. It would be a good matchup between Robinson and Bam, and then Brunson and Lowry or Vincent. And then, they got bodies to throw at Jimmy Butler. They got RJ. They got Josh Hart. I think Randall might be out, but, still have a couple guys that can throw at him, Toppin. So, yeah, it'd be an interesting series, and looking forward to the rest of the playoffs. Second round looks to be some really good matchups. But, yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Like the video, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.